a lot of experience goes into making that play.
Look at Devil Walk. Looks so calm up there. He knows his team are in the driving seat. 11-4. The pressure is on that man. And it shows this is going to be a massive call for Exist. He has got to get everyone right to drag his team back into this final. Can he do it?
He most certainly can. I went into that half saying that 11 rounds, 10 rounds for Fnatic would be what they want and what they'd be happy with. I said NIP wanted 5 to 6. 4 is less than what they wanted, but 4 is still acceptable. They can definitely come back right now. They need to kick things off with a pistol win. Let's see if NIP can do this. I'm kind of curious whether they're going to elect to play like 3 in the B bomb site, or maybe even play like 4 towards A and like one guy spotting B. I feel like if you let Fnatic execute out the A holes in lane, it could really come back to haunt you on the pistol round. I'm really interested to see how NIP encounters this round.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we're going to have to look at how many smokes they play as well, see if they're going to go for a more standard round, try and see if they can buy time, or if it's going to be. We've even seen some teams actually go for a bunch of grenades in pistol round, because Inferno is a map where you can sometimes land just a few grenades and do a tremendous amount of damage. On the Fnatic side, right, something that was really popular early in the tournament for Fnatic, and actually all throughout, was having Olofmeister lurk up in apartments and having the rest of the team play as like a separate unit, and they'd be down towards middle and over towards banana. And as soon as Olofmeister gets just a little bit of intel, as soon as he knows how many people are in A, they execute B really quickly, and it's hard to stop. So I'd expect that kind of configuration from Fnatic.
Make some noise. Here we go. Second half. Fnatic 11, NIP 4. We have but 15 rounds left before that trophy will be going to one very happy set of Swedes.
And so far, it's just the one grenade. There's a bunch of armor going on here in NIP. Fnatic side, they have one smoke on Pronax and a couple of flashbangs, so see what he has got planned.
And here's that 3B setup that I was referring to that Nick could start off in. But look, Fnatic's going into that explosive Halls hit.
Yeah, right. A little bit too soon with the grenade. He thought they were going to come rushing him down really early on. And they did slow it down for a moment. Now, NIP is pushing. I actually really love this. This is a way of saying, if you're going to be up in the apartments, we'll try and get control. See if you can get some information down there. Hear anyone walking. Get right to open it up. And it's JW goes down. Now the push continues. Pronax has got 1 kill. They're looking for more. Gerrite will go down. Oh, Fnatic, they're overwhelming NIP. That will be it. Flusher with a double kill. Well executed round from Fnatic.
Perfectly executed. You saw that from Gerrite's point of view. It blinded not only him, but the other guy in the pit. It was perfectly coordinated with that lane rush to just annihilate the double pit setup. And that's exactly what they did. They just swarmed the site. There's 2 players at A. Kind of sense that NIP likes playing 3 people B on pistol rounds on Inferno. Good read from Fnatic.
870,000 people tuning in as Fnatic put their first hand on the trophy. It is JW who will lead that charge. We look for number 13, Forresto. The oldest man on the server in Counter-Strike years delivers a reminder of what NIP are capable of. These 8 rounds can be clawed back and more, but it will take Get Right to deliver, which he doesn't there. Olofmeister picks up.
And Pronax just spotting out Exist there as well, so they've got one more read on where a player is, which is obviously important. Tough round for NIP here, 3v5, it's gonna, or 3v4, it's gonna come with some individual skill. Freiberg can't win that one against Flusher. He's still making his way up. Obviously, Exist here, he's got 12 bullets, but it's 4 people coming for him, and they won't be coming one at a time.
It is Exist to look the thing, but dropped in the end by Olofmeister. Alu now with it all to do, 1 on 3. As he leads that charge towards Flusher, who will spot him first. First man down. The task just got that little bit easier, but he has only 57 points of health to work with and a bomb to defuse. And Crims is not in charitable fashion today. 13-4.
Around by Fnatic, they just slowly and methodically waited for NIP to push. NIP typically not that aggressive actually on CT. I'm surprised that they were giving Fnatic those entry kills right there. Gerrite pushing Halls, Freiberg pushing B. They were just kind of looking to get an advantage in the round, though, at that point, since frags already happened. Fnatic, great job keeping their poise, though, slowly hitting the A-bomb site as a team.
And look at this. 3 Molotovs on Fnatic, burning up the top of Banana, making sure that NIP just aren't going to be stacked up there in any way, shape, or form. Of course, the NIP team with pistols, so it feels like overkill, but Fnatic want to be thorough. They do not want to give anything to NIP. No chances taken here in the grand finals. They are about to be 10 rounds ahead of the NIP team. JW picks up a UMP kill on Forest, and then they'll fall back.
Yeah, and the reason they fell back right there is because they know Forrest is the A player. So when you kill Forrest in the B bomb site, you're almost certainly going to run into 2 other guys, possibly even a 4-man stack. So really smart play by Fnatic right here to fall back. They sensed the stack, left the bomb site immediately.
It is Allo who will face up first to the incoming Fnatic team, who move Olofmeister down towards the pit, and the other 4 coming right around. Olofmeister is, Krims and Olofmeister will both pick up the frags, and the bomb site has been taken. Last 2 will make a valiant attempt to reclaim, but against 5, you don't fancy them, and this would put NIP in the last chance saloon. Fnatic would go to 14 with this.
Exist going to go down, and much earlier in the tournament, when Nasu was with us, we brought up this concept one round at a time mentality. You can't look at the scoreboard and think we're 10 rounds behind. You have to think about 1 round at a time. Sean, how does that work out for a team like NIP?
NIP is probably the best in the world at doing exactly that. I've seen them make some of the craziest comebacks, just never ever breaking their poise, never changing the style of their play. They keep to what they know. They always play the exact style of CS that they practice, and they won't cater to you. On the other hand, a team like Fnatic, when they're at 14-4, they're going to make plays like this. Really aggressive, almost what we call in North America scrimmy plays, where you're just going to run through the smoke, because you have so many rounds to test stuff out.
Big stuff from Forest. Flusher and Pronex down as they try to make entry in towards B, and they will be ushered away by that veteran of the game.
That kind of opening in this round, the back's against the wall. It will be a long grind back. It is definitely doable. JW missing a shot uncharacteristically. 5v3 right now, and Fnatic, I think, probably a little bit frustrated they went for that smoke to begin with, because it's such a harsh way of getting punished when you get absolutely nothing for it. Don't even really have that much information. JW trying to see if he can make the move up here. 35 seconds as a guy, and there's Alu hiding in the ninja corner. He doesn't have anyone helping him from Little Pit just yet, but he could in a second. This combination of crossfire is so powerful. Alu with the 1, gets the double, goes for the triple, and there it is. Alu cleaning up. And that will be the round for NIP. 4-5.
What a play right there from Alu. Just keep making sure he didn't spray for that last kill. Stayed very calm, let his recoil set, bursted him right in the head. Good stuff, Alu. But something to note about why Fnatic walked through that smoke. So it's 14-4. They have economy right now built, and they have rounds to throw. So this round, they're just going to elect to save. Typically, you would probably see Fnatic actually buy this round, but they're going to, I guess, after that last round, they're done kind of messing around and trying weird one-off strats, and they're going to go back to what probably works this next round.
Either Forest or Alu were feeling the pressure. They certainly didn't show it that last round. So from Fnatic's perspective, with the buy that they've got, what will they be trying to do? What will be a way to open up this NIP defense?
So Fnatic does some really cool things on these anti-ecos, and they might actually do it here because I'm seeing 3 smokes. Flusher may smoke in front of the graveyard, Pronax may smoke in the truck, and Krims may smoke the pit. And basically what they like to do is they run up lane with 3 guys, Olaf's Halls, and Flusher will wrap. But the most interesting part of the strat is Krims will run into that smoke that Flusher throws in front of the graveyard and run up the graveyard steps, and no one will know he's there. So I'm interested to see if they do something like that this round.
Well, they're gearing up for it, and you got only 30 seconds. The smokes are raining in. There's definitely one for Pit. Get right, opening up Alu with the kill as well. They're just getting shut down. Whatever plan was in focus here for the Fnatic team, it got decimated the moment they encountered NIP.
Yeah, at the lane choke point right there. NIP just slaughtered them with great headshots.
If you're just joining us, where have you been? It is 14-6 in the grand final. We are all tied up at one map apiece. Somehow we have broken 900,000 people watching. Welcome to Counter-Strike, ladies and gentlemen. The game is at its peak. These two teams are at the absolute top of their game. You could ask for no better entertainment. And Alu delivers the opening frag on JW.
And now's the time to get your friends invited. If you have 100,000 of them, we'll break 1 million. So just get on Facebook or wherever you find your friends and let them know that this is happening. A lot of Molotovs on the CT side. Again, we talked about it with Fnatic, saving those grenades, making sure that you buy as much time on the clock that the Fnatic team won't have time to break through. NIP are just as good at it as Fnatic are. The JW is already down. Now Fnatic, they're going to have a hard time breaking through here. Crims, bit of a pop flash out. One more, just keeps going. Alu is covering from Archway. And it's going to be 45 seconds left. I think Fnatic are just on the brink of it. And there it is, a double peek into middle. Flusher will get the opening. That's one by goes to the get one more kill. That's a triple kill. And Pronex goes down. It's all up to all of Meister. And it's once the crop get right will take it away. Alu played it last time. This time it was Exist. Chongears.
What a play by Exist. He knows that Fnatic is going to come wrap. So what does he do? He sneaks in that cubby corner, has Alu play overly aggressive. That's why Alu took that second peek like that. He just hides in the corner. They all run past him.
And we just saw Exist smile.
That never, yeah.
We saw Exist crack a smile.
We need to add an emotion to the emotion chart.
But what was incredible moments before that, the double peak was like synchronized swimming. They moved out instantaneously of one another, and there was no chance for Alu. Two great plays.
Well, what was a 10-round lead has been significantly reduced, and Fnatic, they're back on equaling against us. Another thing to consider, when you think about 10 rounds, yes, if they were all 10 rifle rounds, it'd be really hard for them to not win the game here, but because they go to eco every once in a while, it's not quite the same. And NIP, they're playing it smartly right now, especially now that they know they're up against pistols. They're grouped up, they're far back, and no one is taking any chances.
Yeah, and you see Fnatic's awareness right there. So that smoke at the top of Banana, it bled a little bit deep into the, what we call the carriage right there. What Fnatic knows is that smoke, when it's deep like that, a player can be on top of the carriage and basically have visibility over the smoke without even being able to see them.
Olofmeister picks up the frag on the Forest, but not before he'd done a lot of damage. Freiburg will pick up the mantle and finish off the job. A clean round for NIP.
And actually, I think that Freiburg was standing right at the edge of highlights. Well, it's not a problem, but it can be a huge downside. If you throw that Molotov and it lands a little bit further out and the guy can be in the corner, mentally speaking, you're going to be thinking that corner is clear. I don't have to look. And I think that's what happened to Fnatic. They weren't even looking Freiburg's way.
Yeah, and that is the problem with throwing Molotovs. If they miss, you generally think spots are clear that could not be clear, and that was the case right there. And look at NAP this round, they have 4 Molotovs.
Waiting for Fnatic. It's really, really hard to judge. You can almost tell that these two teams playing each other are playing differently than they would against almost any other team. There's a level, and it's a domestic matchup, so you have that feeling that they know a little bit more than we do about what each other are doing. They're sort of feeling each other out. There are so many strengths that we normally see that haven't been put into play yet, and it's probably because they already know that's going to get countered. The normal smokes towards A that we see, pit and truck and all that stuff, it's not really happening just yet.
No, not at all. And another example of like how countering works is that Exist round where he hit in the cuppy. Exist knows that Fnatic is a team that really enjoys wrapping and really peeking those angles over there. So when they kill someone like that, they're going to take those kills and they're going to run with them. And it's just a good example of top level countering.
This might be one of those rounds that I was talking about earlier where you simply push a lot of people out of apartments. We'll see if Get Right can actually hold this. It is very, very tough, especially with an entry frame like that. Molotov goes up, but they won't stop. They're going to keep going here. Oh, Get Right through alive! Crims and JW go down after his demise, and it's going to be a 3v3. Still a very tough retake in NIP's hands here, but it could be done.
Tough ask here for NIP to get back. Olofmeister sat deep in the site, waiting on them coming. As Alu continues to keep them pinned in the pit. First frag goes away at Fnatic. It's Pronax who gets it. As Forrest hits the deck. Freiburg now, next man to run the gauntlet. Alu continuing to offer help, but he was out of the game when Freiburg came in, and in the end will have to retreat, and that retake just wasn't as synchronized as NIP would have liked. Still frags on the board, but that was a great round from Fnatic, and it will take them to 7 match points.
Something on the bright side for NIP though that round is Alu did manage to take everyone out with him. So if NIP manages to get a clean round right here, they're looking at almost forcing Fnatic in a double eco type of scenario where they would get 3 rounds for 1.
A really good call that last round, I think, for Fnatic, and with the entry frag from JW, it works. I mean, it works so much better. The fact that Get Right got 2 made it look like it could have maybe been a close round, but imagine if only 1 or none had died to that Molotov. It would have been a 5v3 at the time the bomb went down, and there would have been nothing left for the rest of NIP to do, in fact. And they do have a bye going on here, but you're right, Josh, but it's 7 rounds in a row that NIP have to claim.
This needs to be a perfect game from here on in, or Fnatic will be the first ones. And they've come into this in such great form. It would be fitting that a team who are so artistic and in such immaculate condition would be the ones to win. The second major, the elusive second major. Here we go.
Here we have a smoke execute on the wrap side for Fnatic.
Look at this. Grenades raining in. Alu, he has to hit these shots, otherwise it's going to get tricky. They'll close this distance on him very fast, and you'll only have a couple of chances to really do it. There it is, picks off one, almost a double shot then, and he keeps falling back. Exist will pick up Pronax. It's a strong start here for the NIP team, but Olofmeister will pick up Exist. It is not over yet. Get Right to take down Olofmeister. JW and Krim still fighting, still trying to see if they can close this game, and a nice flick from JW takes down Alu, but now it's all alone on Crims here. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, and Crims, he can't get into the side. He's lost the round, and it will be 15-9 here. NIP to claim it. 1 down, but they're not there yet.
No, we are going to the wire.
There's a long way to go, but that was really strong right there from Ollie. You saw him get that 1 pick, and he threw a really good counter, actually, that I haven't seen many people throw. As he was running into the arch, he threw it towards the library, so that way, basically, it's traveling at such a distance that by the time the second guy peaks his angle at the wrap, he would get blind by that flash, and it would really slow down the rush a lot. It's just really strong play and positioning by Ollie right there.
Well, it's the Tech-9s again, and the 1 AK here on Crims. Fnatic not feeling so pressured that they want to go for a full eco and buy it fully. They feel like it might be worth it to try and see if we can make this work. Forrest early on with the smoke here doesn't want to let anyone through. And at this point, Fnatic just waiting. They've cleared apartments, so they know they've got NIP pushed back, and the NIP setup for the last couple of rounds has been almost exactly the same.
Yeah, and it's something to note about why Fnatic decided to buy this round is they saved that AK, and no matter what, they would have had to save 2 rounds. If they buy whatever they can this round and just kind of manage to get a plant in, which is very easy at the B-bomb site to just get a plant at very least, they can buy the next round. So it would be like the same thing as double saving.
40 seconds on the clock as the play commences. Forrest picks off Pronax, return the favor from Flusher and Crims, and now Fnatic are but 3 frags away from the title. It's JW who'll bring that number down to 2, and here we go. Fnatic are on the verge. Alu says no, and there are not much health left across those Fnatic players either. 2 on 2 after plant. Alu and Get Right versus Olofmeister alone now, and it will be Get Right that pulls NIP back from the brink and delivers the defuse.
That was a fantastic retake by Alu and Get Right. That round looked completely lost, and Alu just stormed in through freaking 2 really quick kills, picked up a 3rd off frag. Wow. That was totally an individual round by Alu. Look at him up there again, 26 and 17, dominating the scoreboard.
Can't believe it. That really was incredible. And Fnatic back to ecoing. The bomb plant's going to give them a little bit more time, so they might put in an extra buy round somewhere because of these bomb plants here. And the viewer levels are over 900,000. It's incredible. I can't believe this is happening. Molotovs all around for NIP. And look again, aggressive apartments here from Fnatic, clearing it. They're not going to find anyone, but Get Right this time will not get overrun. He's going to get the 1 kill. Alu's Hell Party will go down eventually, and now got to regroup here, and they have the advantage. They could go for a full retake. They shouldn't fight this alone, even though Exist is trapped in a corner and Alu's very low on health. Fnatic trying to see if they can finish it right now. Forest will go down. Olofmeister with the kill. It's JW and Olof left, and the bomb, it is still not planted yet. They're trying to see if they can do it, but it's in the pit waiting. And this is giving NIP so much time.
It is Exist who'll be next up. NIP happy to play the waiting game and show only when they need to. But look at the health count across those NIP players. It's Freiburg that'll have to do most of this heavy lifting. Down goes the bomb. NIP will show themselves now as they edge in man by man. Olofmeister pops in. Freiburg gets himself the frag. Olofmeister returns the favor. Alu goes down, but it just pulls it back. And round after round, we're going all the way to the wire and back. And this deficit will be down to just 4.
Sean, talk to us for a moment about that position from Olofmeister.
Yeah, so when Olaf got in that spot, I looked over at the sad look in my face. I thought the tournament was over at that point. But NIP continues with these amazing retakes. That play by Olaf that round was just fantastic. He had the bomb in the pit. The guy knew he had the bomb in the pit. Threw the bomb to the other guy. Snuck in the graveyard without even a smoke anywhere.
Can we talk about the fact that Alu has an incredible amount of kills here on this team? He's top fragging for NIP right now. He's done exactly what he did in the previous map. It's almost unreal that he should have such a high impact, having just been picked up on the team. 15 and 11.
The last 2 players in that round had a combined health of 13.
Yeah, these Tech 9 rounds by Fnatic are extremely successful. Maybe they'll be able to duplicate that with like another aggressive type 5 4-man strat right here with AKs. Let's see what their mentality is going into this round.
Just based off the position right here with Flusher, I think it is holding all the way over at B. No, so it's Olofmeister, so that's what I was talking about earlier. Leaving Olofmeister and everyone else going, definitely going to be a B push. I'm surprised Olof isn't further up in the apartments, which he usually would be, but still, very clear indication that this is going to end up being a B hit, and this is going to be tough. If they lose without getting a bunch in here, retakes aren't easy. Flashbangs out. Another Molotov rains in. And look at the time here. 30 seconds and Fnatic are still waiting. They could end up losing around like this simply because they run out of time to get the bomb down.
Here comes the play. Fnatic make their move as they charge in towards the B-bomb site. There are 3 ninjas waiting for them. The first frag is from Forest. JW out for the count. Freiburg follows up with number 2. But they will ask Forest. Freiburg will go in, gets the next frag, and Mr. B-bomb site is downed by Pronax. Get Right making his way over there, and there are just 3 seconds left on this clock, and the ninjas have done enough to hold out and pick them off. And they will pull us back and not get that button.
An absolute perfect illustration of what it means to have 5 smokes and 5 Molotovs and just play for time.
Yeah, that was perfect mid usage right there for B-bomb set by NIP. Fnatic had no choice but to wait out those Molotovs. They had an amazing execute plan, and they just couldn't do it. They had to wait for everything to fade and then just try to aim battle everyone. They just couldn't do it.
Standing room only here at the Spodek Arena as the crowd urges towards overtime. And this game just keeps on giving.
I don't think I've ever seen Pronax actually run out of ideas. I don't think we're there yet, but you keep wondering what is the next trick going to be. you wish we could be on the team speak listening, but you also kind of wish you could put a helmet on Pronax and hear what he's thinking, because at this rate, there's got to be so much going through his mind. What have we already run? What has already worked? And what have NIP already counted? All of these things have to be combined into the plan. They just need that one round and that one opening.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to elect to go back to the B bomb site again. And look at this, both B players, I believe, still have Molotovs in hand. No, Forrest actually does not. Okay. Nope, but Max decided to fall off and go A now.
And might not be a bad choice here. 2 people in the bomb site, 25 seconds, a Molotov up there. That's great, holding up apartments. Get right. Big opening on. All of my stakes just charging into the site. Pronax will get him. Get right. Will get down. JW, 16 seconds left, and Alu comes up from behind. The bomb is down, but Alu's got him trapped in the corner. He'll drop. The Finnish player is gone, and now it's a 2v2 retake for NIP to hold on to this, to not lose the grand finals. Pronax and Crims, they just need 2 kills here, and they will win it. For the second time, Pronax with 1 Freiburg. Oh my God! He's freezed down. He gets both kills, and the grand final continues. 15 to 13.
Oh my God, I'm at a loss for words right now. These NIP retakes, they're giving me a heart attack. The most crazy catch I've ever seen at the NIP was constantly retaking these bomb sites in almost impossible situations.
I have been casting major events for 10 years. My heart rate has never been this high.
We just saw the most perfect example possible of the mental difference between Alu and everyone else on that team. Get Right stood up and screamed his lungs out, and Alu turned around and did just a quick fist bump and back to play. He is so hyper-focused. He is an absolute champion.
2 rounds the difference, but remember, for all of these close rounds, for all of these retakes, it's just 1 slip. The championship is Fanatics. They have been magnificent in this tournament, Fnatic, and they have been pushed by a worthy opponent.
Overwhelming favorites is definitely not an overstatement at this point. Fnatic team, hardworking in every respect, and probably the scariest, or definitely the scariest constellation of talent currently in the global offensive scene.
Sean, you've got 1 round to make the play. What's it going to be?
If I were Fnatic, I would honestly try to wait out a bunch of NIP's nades and really do a hit around probably 35 seconds, but fake it to the other bomb site. Like try to do one of those massive B hits that they just did with maybe 3 guys, but have someone lurked all the way to the end of halls, because it looks like Get Right's allowing Olaf to alert to the end of halls like this. So Olaf can take that position, and 3 guys can take the B bomb site, and 1 guy can come back towards mid. I would do something like that.
The A push is alive. Exists will get first frag to thwart Flusher. Second from Get Right. And if he looks for number 3, he will deliver with the help of Exist. On the other hand, they've lost Alu to the hands of JW. Get Right going for the neck, but Olafmeister with a headshot picks him off. And this is the moment. Big games require big players as that bomb goes down and NIP attempt yet another retake.
2v3. Fnatic, they're getting these bomb plants in. They just need 1 more round and they'll be able to do it. Olafmeister again hiding in the same spot up by Graveyard, and Crims, he's in the side. Oh, there it is. Now it's on. It's just 1v2 here. Fnatic, they could be the second or the first team to win a second championship here in Global Offensive, and Olafmeister's playing it so safely. They know that they have it. Exist gets 1 and he's back on it. He's got the kid. He's holding it down. I'm not sure there's enough time. Fnatic, they do it! Ladies and gentlemen, your ESL 1 Katowise champion!